so if you're thinking about making a move to the Maitland, Florida area, then you're definitely going to want to stick around for this video. In this video, we are going to cover the important information of what it costs to live in Maitland, Florida. We're going to be covering everything from utilities to transportation to groceries to the cost of owning a home in Maitland. Many people that are moving to the area want to know just how much they're going to save or how much it's going to cost. And in this video, we are going to cover all of that and then some. So stick around. We're going to jump right in. If this is your first time on our channel and you are thinking about making a move to the Central Florida or Orlando area, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button, click the bell so you can get notifications. My name is Tom Nickley and I am the owner of the Nickley Group, and for the last decade, my team has helped thousands of families just like yourself either buy, sell, invest, or relocate to the Central Florida area. So whether you're just looking for information about Orlando or if you're thinking about making a move in 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 years, you are in the right place. We are going to cover everything there is to know about Orlando in the Central Florida area. So let's get started and jump right in. All right, so in this short video, we are going to cover exactly what the cost of living is in Maitland, Florida. If you live in the world that I live in, you know the cost of everything has gone through the roof over the last couple years. Thank goodness that the increase of prices have mellowed out and have normalized, but there is no denying that it is much more expensive to live now than it did just a few years ago. Many different people that are watching this video and that reach out to us are relocating to the area. And one of the biggest reasons that people relocate to Central Florida is because it is cheaper to live in Central Florida than many other areas of the world. People are relocating from San Diego or California, Northeast, New York. It is extremely less expensive to live here in Central Florida. But in this video, we're going to cover exactly what it costs to live in Maitland. And as far as the data that we use, over the course of the last several years, we've used many different websites, many different resources for data. But what we find to be the best, the easiest to understand, and the most accurate is bestplaces.net. I would encourage you to spend some time, do some research, and check it out for yourself. We will put the link to Best Places down in the comments. But bestplaces.net makes it really easy to understand. Think about it this way. If you take the natural average of the cost of goods and services, Best Places gives the national average a 100 baseline rating, a 100-point baseline rating. So if a particular area, for example, in this video, Maitland, if it rates above 100, then that means it's more expensive for those goods or services in Maitland. If it rates below 100, then it's less expensive than the national average for those goods and services. So now that you have an understanding, let's jump right in. Let's talk about what the actual costs are associated with living in Maitland. And the first we'll cover is groceries. And as you know, the cost to put food on the table ain't cheap anymore. I have 5 kids personally, and the cost to feed those mouths has gone up exorbitantly. And as they get older, they eat more and more and more. All areas of groceries have gone up drastically, from produce to meat to milk to dairy, you name it. But what exactly is that cost in Maitland compared to other areas of the world? Well, in Maitland, the average, the index that Maitland is given is a 103.1. So compared to the 100 national average, it's slightly more expensive to buy groceries in Maitland. Now the good news is Maitland is a tiny, tiny little city, an awesome little city, a charming little city, but it's very tiny. So within Maitland, there's only one grocery store, and that's Publix. It's a Florida brand that's a higher end, not really high end like a Whole Foods or something of that sort, but it's higher end. It's nicer, great selection of foods, great service. fresh foods, good produce, really great selection, good wine selection. Publix is in Maitland, but around Maitland you have multiple options, from higher end options like Whole Foods, which Whole Foods is a lot of organic and natural things, but again, really nice fresh meat market and really great service. Whole Foods is a higher end. You also have Aldi's, which is just outside of Maitland, which is more of an affordable brand. Really great food, really great selection, but it is more of a bargain brand. You also have Winn-Dixie, which is definitely more of an economical brand. So while Maitland only offers Publix within the city limits, right outside of Maitland, you've got everything from high-end to more affordable, which gives you options when living in the area. So overall in Maitland, you'll get a little bit less bang for your buck. As far as groceries go, it's a little bit more expensive than the national average, but not much at all. The next area that we'll look at is utilities. The cost to power your home in Maitland is, again, just slightly above that national average. You're at $102. So on average, Maitland residents spend about $332 per month on utilities for their home, which isn't bad at all. I personally live in College Park, which is a few miles away from Maitland, and it's more expensive in College Park than it is in Maitland. The thing about here in Central Florida is you've got multiple different utility companies. You've got different areas, different cities that are right side by side. Florida Power, Florida Utilities and Power, you power some areas. You've got Winter Park Utilities company that is in Winter Park. You've got Orlando Utilities, and all of them have different prices. The good news for Maitland, it is one of the more, while it's a little bit above the national average, it's one of the more affordable areas here in Central Florida. Now, as far as transportation goes, the Maitland area rates at a 104.3 compared to that 100 average baseline for the country. So it's slightly more expensive to put gas in your car and to have transportation here in Maitland than other areas. But I will tell you, many of the people that are relocating to Florida are coming from New York, are coming from California, are coming from the Northeast and the Northwest, where it is much more expensive to live. So while we might fall a little bit above the national average, we are falling well below the average of many of you guys watching these videos. For example, the cost of gas in Maitland is only $3.15 per gallon. I was in Hawaii recently, and it was over $4 per gallon. So it puts it into perspective. While it's just slightly above the national average, it is much less expensive than many people moving to the area. Hence the reason why Florida and Central Florida are one of the most desirable places for people to relocate. On that, as of shooting this video, the Orlando and Central Florida area just got rated as one of the top 5 cities and destinations to move to and live in Florida by Zillow this year. So the cost of living is one of those reasons. You know, when we talk to people about why they're moving to Florida and Central Florida, it's because they're just going to get a lot more bang for their buck. So now to the big one, housing. That's why everybody watches these videos, and most people want to know what's the cost to buy a house and to own a house in Maitland. So I will tell you this, Maitland is a very small and very charming little area, and it sits right on the outskirts of Winter Park. And many times, many people, if you don't know any better, you wouldn't even know when you crossed over the line from Winter Park to Maitland. As a matter of fact, Winter Park chain of lakes, the main lake in the center of the Winter Park chain of lakes is Lake Maitland. On the eastern half of Lake Maitland is Winter Park and all of the old Winter Park neighborhoods. On the west side of Lake Maitland is Maitland. So you share a lot of the same ambiance, you share a lot of the same amenities, you share the same the feel of the tree-covered streets in many of the areas, the neighborhoods that are intertwined between the lakes. You're also getting really great schools in Maitland as well. So the cool part about Maitland, and the reason I mention all of that, is many people choose to live in Maitland because they don't want to pay the cost of living in Winter Park. As I mentioned in a previous video about Winter Park, when you're looking at Old Winter Park, the average cost of homes in Old Winter Park is over $1 million. You can literally go a few streets over and live in Maitland, and the average cost of a home, single-family home in Maitland, is $720,000. So to put that into perspective, compared to the national average of a single-family home is $408,000. So the cost of living in Maitland is substantially more expensive when it comes to purchasing a home at $720,000. But when you're looking at the neighboring city of Winter Park and the fact that the average cost there is over $1 million, that $700,000 seems like a bargain. And that's why, that's the allure of Maitland. That's the draw to Maitland, is you get the same schooling system, you get the same restaurants and amenities and lakes and surroundings, but you do get it at a more affordable price. So while $720,000 is much more than the national average, it's much less than the affluent neighbor of Winter Park. Let's jump into my computer and take a look at some of the actual homes that are for sale in Maitland. We'll get onto Zillow and we'll look at some of the less expensive homes that are available in Maitland. We'll look at some of the most expensive homes that are available and for sale in Maitland, and we'll look at a couple examples of average cost homes in Maitland as well. So let's jump right in. All right, let's jump into Zillow and let's take a look at what you get for your money in Maitland, Florida. As I mentioned earlier, the average price point is $720,000 in Maitland. So let's look at something below the average value. This is $494,000, so just under $500,000. This is going to be built in 1969, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet. Great schools in Maitland, so you get to benefit from that. But as you can see, for something that's a couple $100,000 below the average price point, this is a nice house. It's renovated. It looks like it might be a flip, obviously, but nice house, nice flooring, nice open concept, brand new kitchen, nice cabinetry, really neutral colors. Obviously, at this square footage, at 1,800 square feet, you're going to get nice big bedrooms and rooms. You've got obviously it's fully renovated, so you're going to get new everything. And that's a great thing about this area, is even though this is a couple $100,000 less than the price point, you get a big house, 4 bedrooms, 2-bath, 1,800 square foot, super clean, big pool in the backyard, nice size lot. Really awesome layout here. Not an open floor plan, but again, everybody, the rooms, you're gonna have your privacy there. You get the master bedroom here and the 3 other bedrooms here, so you get a nice split floor plan. Parents can get their privacy over there. But really nice, simple, clean, move-in ready, great schools, and at the price of just under $500,000. So let's take a look at something that is closer to the average price point. So the average price point is $720,000. So let's take a look here. Let's look at this house. This happens to be $750,000. This is going to be 1966. Just over a 1/4 acre. Now, Tuscarora, where it's at, this isn't one of the most desirable areas of Maitland. So, you're going to see the increase in price. This is the same size house as the one we just looked at, but you're going to get much nicer upgrades. That the land value in this house is going to be much more because of the desirable location, and again, just really nicely upgraded. You take somebody from the Northwest or New York or California, Northeast, and what they can get for $700,000, $750,000 there compared to here is not even comparable. For $750,000, this is a great house. Nice big pool, outdoor kitchen, completely remodeled and renovated. They didn't miss any of the details here. It looks like every single square inch of this house has been updated. This is a small bedroom here, but again, modern touches, nice woodwork here, nice big master bedroom, walk-in closet, Again, for 750,000, this is why we get so many people moving to this area. You know, you try to spend $750,000 in California, and you're not going to get anything close to this home. Really, really, really awesome. Really perfectly renovated, and again, for $750,000, this is a steal for a lot of people. And again, you get to benefit from the really, really awesome schools that this area has to offer as well. So let's see if we can find something on the higher end. You get a lot of lakefront houses here, and I would guess, let's take a look at this one. This is on Lake Minnehaha, and as you can tell, 4 bedroom, 4 bathrooms, $3.5 million, 5,000 square feet. And this is as good as it gets in Maitland. Lakefront, big, huge, modern house, and just wow, big open floor plan, super high-end appliances, super high-end everything. Obviously, at the price tag of $3.5 million, you would expect everything to be high-end. And this is the extreme, right? We looked at the first house that was, you know, under 500,000. Then we looked at the average price point house, and now you've just got top of the line, super modern, really big, and lakefront living obviously is something. Maitland and Winter Park, that is what makes them desirable is that lakefront living, water sports, and just look at that thing, it's massive. And you would assume and hope that you get something really nice for $3.5 million. And in Maitland, this is what you get if your budget is $3 to $4 million. So thanks a lot for watching the video. If you have any questions about Maitland, if you'd like any additional information, if there's any questions we didn't answer, put them in the comments below. Shoot us a text, a direct message, a voicemail, an email. You do it. You reach out to us, send us smoke signals, and we'll get back to you. We're here to help. We want to be your resource. And if you or anybody you know is thinking about buying or selling a house in Orlando, please reach out. We would be honored to help you make that move. Thanks a lot. And please take some time to check out our other videos. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications, and stay tuned. And please dig further into our channel and watch our other videos. And we are here to help with all of your real estate needs in Central Florida.